Part of the reason that we focused on the suspected courier who led us to bin Laden was because we'd already removed dozens of other suspected harborers. This particular courier was one of the last men standing. We realized we had some of the intelligence we needed to begin tracking him buried in files acquired years before we suspected he might actually be with bin Laden. But it took years to untangle the good from the bad intelligence and to figure out exactly who the courier was and, most importantly, where he was living. We had a lot of failures before the success of the lead that ultimately led us to bin Laden. We chased the wrong family member, set up multiple unsuccessful operations to obtain more information on the courier's status, and battled his superior security measures to determine where he might be living. Despite some of those failures, confidence in the lead grew as the intelligence picture failed to provide contradictory evidence that would suggest the courier was not working for bin Laden, or at least involved in suspicious activities. Each data point we collected often led us closer to the hypothesis that he was with bin Laden. That said, we were careful to ensure that we had considered the alternative possibilities and weren't simply confirming our own biases about what the intelligence meant. The commitment of the CIA and the IC officers to persist over years was based on one fact. Bin Laden was directly responsible for the deaths of over 3,000 Americans, and he needed to be brought to justice. The mission was extraordinarily meaningful and well-defined. Having a very clear goal is often how you bring teams to work together to do extraordinary things, despite expected disappointment, low odds, and tough barriers. The team also benefited from knowing that, unlike prior to 9/11, leadership would provide whatever resources were needed due to the urgency of the mission.